Leo, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 1st to the 7th of April. Hope you're doing well. Have you seen your monthly reading as well? And all the energies that's going on with the sun over on Cymatic TV? Let's see what's going on for you today. Overall energies, karmic message for your relationship side, influence on the universe, influence on past self, influence on future self, general outcome, financial side, exactly the same. Okay? And see how they combine together. So starting with you, overall energies, let's just see what's going on for you. Looking at your dailies on the week that we've just lived, yes, you're definitely going after something, and it's bringing you into alignment with who you should be. The overall energy is offering something to you because you are offering stuff. This is how it works. It's like what you're putting out there, you're getting good things back, and you should notice this. And you should be able to sort of see this within your life and recognize what parts of your life are bringing you the good stuff. Because that, if you're doing that, don't stop, keep doing it, because you're going to get more and more sort of offerings or opportunities, basically. Yeah, on your relationship side, do you know what? Sometimes we take on a lot from other people in relationships. And it's not because we're stupid, it's because it's the right thing to do. And I think you've been sorting yourself out so well in your relationship side, and it's made yourself a lot freer. It's giving you that space to, I think it's in your karmic message here to actually shoulder a little bit of something, it helps. I think you're helping someone else out here. That's what I feel like it's doing. And you're being there for someone, I think, more than anything else. That's the sort of general feeling I'm getting off of that sort of Ten of Wands, rather than that you are carrying too much. Yeah, be careful. Don't try and do everything. When I help people, and I do a lot, so my daytime job is a healer, mainly here in France. I've been doing it for 30 years. It's all I do as a job. And I've seen lots and lots of people. And, I explain to people that when you make a cake, keep a piece of the cake for you. So it's okay to shoulder people. And when you're going to help people, hold your hand out, help them up, but don't necessarily carry them. And I think this is a fine line that you're learning here this week, of how to help without taking on the entire responsibility for the world upon your shoulders. Yeah, be patient, I think, more than anything else. I think the universe is sort of saying you've got time. It's almost as if like you've been, as I said, you've sorted a lot of things out in the last week. And I think it's a case here that you're ahead of the curve. You're ahead of your karmic path in a way. And it's like, I think the universe here with this card here is sort of saying, I'm not saying don't procrastinate, but there is a degree of sort of take your time sort of scenario. Taking your time. Yeah, hangman, this is all about sort of taking time out. Or maybe for some of you, it could be the fact that you're carrying too much and your karmic message is to get rid of it. The universe is to tell you to stop procrastinating. And your past is by looking at the past and seeing things differently. You could look at it like that. But then looking at your weekly readings, if you've been following the Astroflower on the dailies, but also on your weekly and your monthly, I don't think that's the case for you here. For the majority of you. It could well be for some of you, but for the majority, I don't think so. But I think it's also using your past experiences to see things differently so you can actually engage in the world in a very much more sort of, I don't want to say responsible way, but it's like a way that you're not just taking on everything, basically. And the future self here this is great. This is a whole learning process that it's, now you've freed yourself up. You don't want to tie yourself up in the same situation that you've been having over the past sort of like 2 or 3 months. And in your future self, you're learning the processes that you need to do in order to get to the beautiful place, the sweet spot in the relationships that you have around you, where it's productive, honorable, fun, and enjoyment. And you're learning this process here, and it's learning for your future self rather than learning for now. Although you will be able to use a lot of it for now. But you're learning about these steps to go towards that, ideally, in your relationships here. So I think there's a bit of, you're learning about give and take and being wary not to, give everything away, basically. And then you get the Queen of Cups. The general outcome is your boundless happiness that you can then share and spread around you when you connect with other people, because it's going to be that much more sort of honest and honorable relationship with people that are around you, without you getting snowed under by everybody else's woes and worries. You're not shouldering the world upon your shoulders. Okay, I think this is a really good thing. On your financial side, your curiosity, I think, here comes out ahead of walking away. Obviously, there's walking away from something because you're walking towards something that's new. That's what it's all about. And in your financial world, I think you've created this scenario to sort of clear the decks so you can actually go after the job that you so desire, or create that business that you want to do, or do that YouTube channel you want to do, or to do whatever you're looking to do in the way of projects in your life. And you've got to walk towards it, and you've got to allow your curiosity to guide you on this. And the universe here is sort of saying, as you explore your curiosity within your career path and your business path, the universe here is helping you to plan for your future. So it's noting things as you go. It's not necessarily reacting to it. It's more a case of and sort of noting things, so it puts in action. You can plan for your future. There is a case of also travel here as well, because that's also planning for future travel. You've also got walking away here. So I think on your relationship side, although it may not be going far, because you're learning a lot, I think on your financial side, I think maybe there is a degree of travel that's being demanded upon you in order to get the results that you want within your career path. Yeah, as I say, I think you've set things up and you've cleared the decks. You're in a very good position within you. I think you know what you want. And if that's the case of you know what you want, it should make you feel very at one with yourself, at peace with the moment. And that's what's going to give you the edge upon everything else. Because from peace, you can spring into action. But if you're going full throttle all the time, there's nothing left to give. So, I think this is, seems to be a traveling here, but you've got to be very matter of fact about it, I think, more than anything else. Yeah, and your future self, you get this Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, sorry. And the Knight of Pentacles is planting those seeds there. And this is your future self is not quite this week here, because I think you're noting things, you're organising a lot of things. And a lot of people have been, and that's been in a lot of people's readings. You're organising things so you can plant your own future. You can manifest, or you can create your own future with that Ace of Pentacles. Abundance, wherever you are. What's the general outcome? Focal point of your mission. And I think your focal point is to create a deeper wealth within your life, financially, or deeper wealth within your career path, satisfying career, satisfying job, or whatever. You are. That's what you're sort of creating, and I think it's giving you a focal point for that. The outcome of that, so then you can start planting things. There's also a degree of sort of asking questions. I think this is what comes out of it as you note things as you go down the pathway, sort of saying, okay, this company I work for does it like this and that. Oh, that could be done a little bit better. Yeah, maybe if they did it like this and like that. And I think you're getting insights of how to really advance your career path by being observing and then suggesting solutions or suggesting progress. It's the same thing within a business. It's observing your market space, what you're working in, and then just seeing how things work, seeing how people do things. And that's when you can then turn around and say, okay, I've now got the next solution. I've got the next step up on my for my business. And this is going to help you really step forth after the 7th into something that is much more rewarding for you as you go forth, because you are creating this, and we've seen this over time. You know, let me just get my cards the right way around. So let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers cards here. Oh, there's 2 cards that want to come out here on the, look at that. You've got the 8 of Cups already on your karmic path, on your financial side. And this is you on your relationship side. So this is, if you want the good stuff, you've got to go after it financially. And that may mean travel and stuff like that. If you want that Ace of Pentacles as well, in life, in your relationship side of life, you have to own it. You have to be that King of Wands. You have to be that person who is going to support the people that are around you. Because that's what a king does. It doesn't just rule over, you know, eating banquets. It might do though. But generally, if you know, a noble king will make sure their people are in a really good way. That is what a noble king is about. And that's what you're about. And I think this reiterates that sort of thing. It helps you to stand in your power, being that noble person. With the 10 of Wands, you get the 2 of Wands. Yeah, I would say only help those around you that you feel at one with. You know, I don't mean sort of like don't help people, a random person in the street, if they're sort of like falling down a hole. That's not exactly, you know, that's not what I mean. But I think it's trying to say to you here is sort of saying you're much more effective in the help that you can burden for other people if you're selective about it. If you try and save the world, forget it. You can't save the world. I can't save the world, but we can. And for that we to exist, you have to exist in your own right. And I think here is sort of saying, you know, don't burden too much in love. You know, don't take on too much, but be part of it. Burden, you know, you're helping your partner or helping in, you know, your relation or, you know, family member or a friend. Whatever it is, it seems like, you know, there's a real supporting role that you've got going on. And the universe here is sort of saying, take your time. Own your physical realm. Decide how you put your energies into the relationships around you. And that's what's going to make you much more sort of, you know, respected in a way, I think, more than anything else, by the people around you. And I think it's going to bode incredibly well for you. What's this sort of like hangman about? What's this sort of like information from the past? So basically, when you're looking at your past and assessing how to deal with your present or your future, I would look at the situations that made you feel at one with yourself, that there was a fair exchange, that there is some form of justice between the pair of you. There's a finality to it as well, that, you know, I don't just help you and keep helping you. It's like, you know, your best friend or your best friend may have a business, a shop, and he's really, really busy. And you say, well, you know, I've got a couple of days. I'll help you out stacking the shelves and help you out in the shop. But you can't keep doing that eternally. That your friend needs to employ someone to do that. But, you know, until they find that person, you can help out a little bit. And that's what I mean. There needs to be a goal to this help. That's I think that's what the learning from the past is all about for you. And once you do that, then it becomes very straightforward about what things you need to put in place in order to bring that help to the people that are around you. Yeah, the Hierophant. and the High Priestess, divine counterpart. This is obviously, there's some sort of burden going on. Either you're helping someone unburden themselves, which eventually will make, you two may fall in love. Because that is divine counterparts on a spiritual level. And or you're just helping someone and it makes you feel so at one with yourself and so spiritually rewarded here. It helps you with the lofty idea that this is this spiritual awakening that we saw in the monthly reading, the collective monthly reading. If you haven't seen that, go and see it. And I think this is giving you notions of how to, notions of joy that can be spread amongst other people, and how we can actually, make this world work in a really good way, as long as it works for you. It's got to work for you. If it doesn't work for you, there's no point. It's not working. It's got to work for everybody. And I think this is what you're doing here. It's absolutely beautiful. Most people have been getting the Four of Cups. You're distilling all of this experience from the past, from that Justice card, and how you're helping people, and the inspiration for the future. You're distilling it all into that one cup. And this is where you can then start combining your joy and happiness with the people that are around you and connecting with other people in a very beautiful way. It's a very spiritually fulfilling week for you in regards to emotions and relationships and so forth. Absolutely lovely, Leo. Yeah, look at this. 8 of Cups. Now onto the financial side on your karmic path. 8 of Cups with the leap of faith of the Fool. There is definitely a journey you need to go on. And I think it is actually got travel involved in it. And it may be sort of kind of going, I want this job, but it's in this town here. It's quite a way away. I'm going to travel. I'm going to go and live there for a bit and see how it works and stuff like that. And this could tie into that whole burden thing that you've got going on your relationship side. But whatever it is a bit of a leap of faith in yourself, but there seems to be travel involved. The universe is giving you the plan so you can explore that plan through your passions in regards to your job, your business, or your project. And the universe is bringing things to you. So you kind of you're noticing things that are going on around you. You think you've got the solution, and the universe comes in with a coincidence which helps you not only to plan that solution, but also aspects to sort of like that you can play with the passions in order to get a better version out of it for that whole sort of thing. It's like, you've seen the thing within your business, the one thing it's not working as well as you should be. You're sitting down having a cup of coffee, and the waitress or the waiter comes over, serves you your drink, and you ask a question kind of going, about the cups or whatever. And they say, oh, well, we do this sort of system. And the universe is bringing you the solution. And then you sort of say, why do you do this? So you got more cups. They kind of go, well, because it's much more enjoyable like that when we're not stressful. And it's much more passionate. You get a lot more passionate about serving the customer. And that's the sort of thing that comes through in the end for you from the universe. It's a coincidence with an extra gift. That's what it appears to be. And this traveling seems to be part of it. The King of Cups, you get the 7 of Wands. It brings a lot of security, passion, know where you're going. You're on your righteous path. And that righteous path feels so good for you. And no one is going to take you down here, Leo. No one is going to take you down. Let's see what's going on with the Knight of Pentacles. You get the Empress up there as well. So you've got the Emperor and the Empress, the High Priestess and the Hierophant. It's a shame we haven't got Judgment, then we'll have Judgment and Justice as well. This is a new plan. This is because you have this King of Cups scenario where you're in control of your emotions and so forth. That's what the Empress needs to rule over her empire. She needs a control over her emotions so then she can create a lot of things. And I think this is what you're doing here. And it's tied into that Ace of pentacles on the overall energy. You're now starting to create things in your life, in your financial world around you, that's bringing you some good results. Cow, look at this. 8 of Wands with the 8 of Wands. It's that focal point. I think it's going to make you laser focused on that, which is going to make you feel so empowered overall. It's, you know, it's just winning and winning and winning by the sounds of it. But there is a lot of communication involved where you are explaining the solutions that you see, or explaining something within your financial world, or explaining something about your job or whatever, in order to get the best results. And it's very concrete here, very, very concrete, because 2 8s is equivalent of 4 square, which is, that's the way it is. There's no other way. That's just the way it is. And I think this exploration that you're going on is going to bring you some enormous results. There you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate your support. Hope you get the best out of these readings. There's also the dailies that we do here, and there's also stuff on Cymatic TV, the channel all about energy, which is our sister channel. You'll find it linked around our head or at the bottom of the in the descriptions. Yeah, I will see you there, or I'll see you here, whichever way it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.